The brand new Impadia by BDK Parfums is finally here, and let me tell you something, this is a rose lover's dream. Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, there's also orange blossom, there's a hint of pear in the opening, I believe some akigala wood and a little bit of vanilla in the dry down, but the rose is the star of the show. I'm so excited to share this fragrance with you and my opinions, my thoughts on it, and how it performed on my skin, what I got from it, all of that good stuff in just a little bit. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on Impadia by BDK Parfums, I'm going to talk to you about the fragrance notes, the smell, longevity, performance, comparisons. All that important and salient information is going to be conveyed to you today. But before I dive into the review, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really, really mean a lot to me. We are dealing with a rose-based fragrance here. Now, of course, there's so many beautiful rose-based fragrances on the market. Some of them are a bit jammy, some of them are very light and ethereal. Now, this one, on the other hand, is a very easygoing, mass-appealing rose, but it's so organic, it's so photorealistic, and there's actually two varieties of rose being used in here. So you have the Bulgarian rose and you have the Turkish rose. So there's a certain fullness about it, there's a certain density, but it also has a sparkling nature in the opening, which I think is so addictive. And that sparkling nature is made possible through the combination of pear and orange blossom. Inherently, orange blossom is going to be quite bright and citrusy and a little tangy, but it also has this sensual floral personality that I think is made even more sensual or romantic through the use of these two natural varieties of rose. And of course, that sweet velvety vanilla in the dry down. It's not overly sweet, right? So this is not a gourmand. This is not going to be rouge smoking. It's also not as sweet as something like Pas Ce Soir, Extrait. So there are many other sweet fragrances from BDK Parfums that I would totally recommend, but this one is the Rose Lover's Delight. I'm going to talk to you about the smell and the evolution of it in just a second. Let's take a quick look at the presentation first. As soon as this fragrance opens up, what you're going to get from it immediately is this transcendent rose vibe. And it just smells so natural. It's so inviting. It's so organic smelling. And I love that. I love how organic it smells. I love just how bright and fulfilling it is in the opening. And you know, there's a lot of spicy rose fragrances on the market. Of course, a very popular trend is oud and rose. That's not what we're dealing with here. Even the akigala wood that is present in the base, it's really smooth, very elegant. There's a bit of a sandalwood texture to the dry down as well, and the sandalwood is creamy and a little sweet, and it actually works quite well with the vanilla that is present in the dry down too. So this is the type of perfume that I would personally recommend for a woman who wants to be unforgettable and unstoppable, a woman who wants to convey seriousness but also sensuality at the same time. You know, you have some more playful profiles like rouge smoking. I would say that's very va-va-voom, femme fatale, very daring, confident, and gregarious. And then I think there's also something like their citrusy offerings, Citrus Riviera, Celle d'Argent. Those are very light and, you know, casual and everyday. And then of course you have something like this, which strikes a versatility and a balance between the two, right? So you can wear this to the office. You can wear this every single day. You can wear this in a business meeting, but you can also wear this on a date. So I love the versatility of this one. The orange blossom is just so fulfilling. And personally, I'm a huge fan of orange blossom in fragrances, whether it be Libre by Yves Saint Laurent. And we also have a lot of other sort of a sparkling pear fragrances with that clean white floral personality in the heart, be it Prada Paradox or any number of other fragrances. So I really like the femininity that is conveyed in this presentation and in the smell. So I think this brand did such a beautiful job of conveying this sort of elegant feminine quality, and I think it's going to be a hit. Is it a unisex fragrance? It is. Would I prefer to smell this one on a lady? Yes, I would. So just take what I have to say with a grain of salt. And if you personally feel as though it's in alignment with your personal taste, I would highly encourage you to get a sample of Impadia by BDK Parfums. I think it's a solid new release and also something that I think the collection was missing. let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, my personal opinion is, and I am very strongly of the opinion, that this is a very unique fragrance. Of course, I've smelled pear-based fragrances before. I've smelled rose before, but I think it's the combination and the pairings that are made possible through the sandalwood and the pear and the orange blossom and all of these other ingredients that are making this such a special perfume. Again, it gives formal vibes, but casual vibes as well. Longevity on this one, 9 hours on my skin. Projection, a little beyond an arm's length for the first hour and a half of application. Versatility, perfectly unisex. I'd prefer to smell this on a lady. I think this one is great for the spring and summer, but you can wear this in any occasion, dressed up or dressed down. And I think this one would cater to any demographic as far as age range is concerned. And as far as the presentation is concerned, I love the fact that they're employing the gradients, and I just really love the coloration of the more opaque pink at the bottom to the more transparent hue at the top. My final verdict on this fragrance is it is a phenomenal rose-based perfume that you must add to your collection. Don't sleep on this one. If you're a fan of rose, there are so many that I've spoken about. Dame Rosa by Liquide Imaginaire. I also love Villa Primrose by Atelier de Sor. There's a lot of beautiful rose-based fragrances, but Impadia is right at the top, and I think I'm gonna do a top rose list soon. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. That was my review of the brand new Impadia by BDK Parfums. I'm gonna drop all of the relevant links down below to where you can either sample it or purchase it. I'm only gonna give you authorized retailers. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you took anything of value from today's episode, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.